Hey. Whoa. Now I'm switching up my energy for my enemies. Feel like I got hundreds of them. No love for me. Y'all ain't in the streets. Y'all is in the street. Y'all take ministry. Y'all just in and preach. No deal, I like the breeze. I call up my lawyer like, never mind. They playing with all of these and this is money, but never mind. That could probably never rhyme and still be a million up. I only spend money on her if I know she the truth is to keep it a buck. You play with me once and you dumped. Hey.
Welcome everyone to the Best Damn Podcast. I am your host, John King. As always, I would like to thank you guys for joining me. I ask that you please add, follow, and check us out, www.spreaker.com/user/Best Damn Podcast. Also, check us out, thebestdampodcast.tv. Follow me, Instagram, Best Damn Podcast, Twitter, The Real Best Damn. And wherever you're watching from, please make sure to hit that like, leave a comment, let me know what you think, and share. Share the link, get it out there. That way new people can find us and new people can see us. And if you'd like to donate and support to the channel, please make sure to do so by clicking the link below. PayPal, Venmo, Patreon, Cash App, or Facebook Messenger Pay. And keep in mind, guys, we're completely viewer powered. That means we're fully funded and supported by you, the listener and the viewer. And tonight we've got a pretty good one for you here. Let me go ahead and see who's in the chat. Looks like we have Diane Livermore, Grant Harper, G Reporter, Sherry Monday over on Facebook Live, Claudette Malespina, Mel O, Rick Thompson, Charlie Jones over on Facebook Live, Tiffany Twisted, Gabriel Arana, Brian Harris, Old Hillbilly, Eric Ibu, Elliot Number 2, Gidget Rose, Mandy, Leela, Monique, Becca Loves Jesus, Tim Hamby, Up Yours 73, Long Road to Truth, Graceful Heart, Cat I Am, Cool Wild Man. That's what's up, guys. Ray Mary, I appreciate everybody for joining me. Karen Wager, Biblical Smackdown over on D-Live, Steve Waddell. Hey, what's up, brother? How you guys doing? Alright, let's go ahead and get into this. You may have noticed there, I've got the extra camera angle tonight. It's just something new that I'm trying here. So, I guess we'll see how it works. And, if you like it, let me know in the comment section below. If you don't like it, let me know in the comment section below. That would also be helpful. So, we're going to be getting into some very insane things that are taking place right now. Very insane things. Massive shockwaves from the Tonga volcano. Now, guys, this is one right here, man. I think that this particular event, there was tsunami alerts. There are alleged, I think I'm over here, there are alleged videos that are saying that you could be seeing this thing from space. The sonic boom was over 850 miles per hour, the way that, the shock wave was traveling across the world from this. The footage of this massive underwater volcano erupting, I mean, is this a surefire sign that, Planet X is now officially here? We're seeing this eruption of, the underground magma chambers of these volcanoes. We're seeing the seismic activity, and it looks like there is a rush being put on World War, right? We see that it looks like we're moving forward in a way. I think many people believed that we were going to wait a little longer before we got to see World War III, but it looks like they're speeding up quite a bit. This is a massive shockwave from Tonga volcano was felt around the world as it circled the globe at 830 miles per hour. That's 1,340 kilometers an hour. The sonic boom heard in Canada, and Alaska. This is crazy, y'all. I've got the footage of this. We're going to look at this. We're also going to be talking about a giant mile-wide fucking asteroid that's coming in just a week or so. Looked like a bomb to me. Yeah, Claudette. Yeah, exactly. That's what we're going to, when we're getting into this here in just a moment, you're going to see this thing has been pointed out by quite a few people. It looks like a nuclear bomb. Now think about this. Are they giving you the preparation mentally, right? By giving you this image of a mushroom cloud, what looks to be like a nuclear bomb exploding. Oh, and I'm coming live tonight from Baltimore, Maryland, by the way. So, different locations. So that's why it looks different in the background. Live from Baltimore, Maryland tonight. So let's see how that works out. But yeah, so this thing looks like a goddamn nuke, right? Are we being prepped mentally for World War III by being shown these mushroom cloud images? Is this something to get the collective? Think about these tornadoes that are taking place right now as well. More of the tornado outbreaks like we've seen in Kentucky, right? And the destruction, they're just coming out of nowhere. Is this, are we seeing evidence of a planetary system coming in, doing destruction, or are we? And thank you for the super chat, Global Witness. Support John. Love you, brother. Love you too, Derek Bros. Global Witness. Everybody go check out Global Witness. I appreciate you, brother. Nice to see you there. Super chat. Big ups. Rebecca Alberton. 22, first major passage. Hang on, kids. Yeah, I think so. So, yeah, 2022, the first major passage of the Nemesis star system. I think you could hit the nail on the head, or this could also be an indicator of the weather wars, the directed energy, and all of these things that we've seen taking place with the launching of satellites, fifth generation technology. All of this is connected, guys, right? Like, we know that. Even the agenda for chemtrails and what we're seeing take place with the nanoparticulates that's being dumped down on our heads. All of this is to take us to a certain point, to take us to a certain place. And it is one of depopulation. In my opinion, it's genocide is what's taking place. And retrograde, there you go. See, and this is why I love checking the chat here. It says, yes, war and Mars and Pluto and Saturn and retrograde. Exactly. Guys, and we know Immanuel Velikovsky in Worlds in Collision, which is, the theory of catastrophism. His thoughts about Mars and Venus being the ones that bring the destruction down to planet Earth at the end of these cycles. The cycles ending with the celestial bodies showing us the signs of where we are in said cycle of time. The Great Conjunction marking the end of the age, the Revelations 12 prophecy, the passing of Apophis. I mean, all of these things we watch kind of bring it all out. Watch tonight, guys. I may have not started off too slamming here, but I've got a fucking crazy video for you to show you just where we are in the times. And I mean, call it destiny, call it fate, call it prophecy, but it's like we're kicking into gear right at the right moment, it feels like. Check all this out. Absolutely stunning eruption. Hungae Haipei on the 14th of January 2022. And this is a photo by Tania Kula at Matongi, Tonga online. Check out the images of Tonga here. This is some crazy shit. Look at the eruption. It looks just like a nuclear cloud. Look at that. Just like a nuke getting let off. How about that? How about that? Just that alone. But it gets worse. There's lots of power that's being taken out right now. Power outages. It's all just beginning here. You can see that's the latest CME chart. We'll get into that as well. Lots going on, guys. Lots going on. Let's go down here. Back to the story. It says satellites in space captured the action even before the eruption started, showing the island sinking, and then later the mushroom cloud and pressure waves expanding outward. Approximately 200,000 lightning events struck near Tonga in the first hour of the eruption. 200,000 lightning events struck near the eruption of Tonga. You see that, the big mushroom cloud blowing out, volcanic eruption, the island sinking, this underground, underwater volcano blowing up, giving this shock wave going over 850 miles per hour, tsunami warnings worldwide. You know, seismic activity worldwide. You can't tell me that this isn't one of the biggest or most significant events we've seen of our time right here. That's what we're witnessing. This is a milestone. And we're going to get into Carlos Ferrada tonight. We're going to get into the real deal because we just witnessed something huge. Whether you think so or not, or you're aware of it or not, we just witnessed something huge. And you're going to see how all the way around the board here, geopolitically, scientifically, every single part, lack of a constitution, but legally, right? We see everything across the board being put in place now to show you that they're ready to pull the shit hit the fan switch. Like they're at that point. And this isn't to bring or invoke fear. Remember, we fear what we do not understand. Men's hearts will fail them for fear, right? Courage will flow from men like water from a broken pitcher. These are all things that are telling you that you need to be aware of what's going on because it's so intense, the nature of the events, that if you're not prepared, it's the fear that will get you killed. Right? It's the fear that will terrify you, the fear that will get a hold of you. And any one of us that knows our center and who we are, right? And we know who we are on the inside. We've done all the work within. So our foundation isn't the world out here. Right? So when the world out here is shaking and the world out here is having all of these changes and this chaos and all of this, it's just a projection of what's going on within us, and we understand that. And we know that we're undergoing in a huge way this major change that's going to forever alter the way that humanity has understood itself and the way that we know ourselves and the way that we are, period. It says, when you see him, you will be like him. It's talking about a transfiguration, a change of spirit. We're becoming entirely new creatures. We're going from the caterpillar to the butterfly now. And some people are going, back to the worm, right? We have people going in both directions within this change, right? This is a cosmic change. And this involves everything in the cosmos. Why? Because we are everything in the cosmos. So we are God, we are the angels, we are the people, the men and women that are playing out this story right now, and we have to see it as a story right now, right? Because that's what it is. And we're the ones narrating this. We're the ones that are deciding how our role, how our part, the way that we play it ends up. Yes, sir. This isn't weather control. This is the God system. Man's ego thinks his weapons are so big, like a fucking gnat to one star in the system, like nothing. Good psyop, though. Damn, Rebecca. Yeah, I agree with you totally. That's what's going on right here is a psyop of great proportions. It's us consciously doing all of these things. I'm telling you guys, the reason everything is so dark and so evil right now down here in the physical, in the illusion, the phantom, right? It's because it's the collective shadow of us, right? The 3D is a shadow of the 4D, right? And the 4D is like a reflection of the 5. And that's what we're doing right now. On a level all the way up and down the ladder of our consciousness, our soul. Man is like a 9-dimensional being here, and on these vibrations, these frequencies, these dimensions, all of these changes are taking place, and it's reflecting down here in the lower realm. And we see it in the form of cataclysm, catastrophe. We see it in the form of war and conflict, but it all represents the turmoil that's within each and every one of us, and us trying to overcome those two serpents, the duality of this reality, trying to walk the narrow gate, the middle way, and not allow either polarity to tear us in half. Because that's what it's trying to do. It's a harvest. The program has ran its course. It's a cyclical program, and now it's come to the end, and at the end, it's separating the wheat from the tares, the ones from the zeros, the binary code of this simulation we call life. And now the program, because its script writers are exiting, is beginning to collapse in on itself. That's why we see the skies changing, the sun changing, and what's happening right now to humanity. This is the craziest, most mind-blowing part, if I haven't already blown your mind with what I've said by now, right? The fact that we're probably living in a host body simulation. We're the scriptwriter somewhere in a higher dimension, okay? Projecting this whole fucking reality, this whole place, being fed garbage and lies and witchcraft day in and day out to try to get us to create one that would enslave ourselves. To try to get us to create one that could be used for a parasitic creature to feed on and take all of your life, your energy out of. Or to force the host, to force the I am inside to remember who it is and overcome and conquer the game that they're playing. Crazy shit. Crazy shit. And now that creative script writing force is leaving the building, it's ascending to somewhere higher, somewhere better. All that is left is a shadow. And it's just all falling apart, falling to pieces. Remember, it's like the drop tile ceiling, right? One tile drops, I wake up, my tile drops, and then all around me is weaker now. Another one wakes up, another one, and it's just piece by piece, and that's the veil of forgetfulness falling away. Right? There's nothing holding any of the illusion in place anymore. There's nothing to enforce the lie anymore. And the reason your life changes so much is because the lies that you built yourself on, the persona, the ego, the things that keep you attached to this world, this reality, have died. They can't exist. Once the truth has been told, once the truth has been seen, the lies can no longer exist. They can't. It's crazy as fuck, I know, right? Your mind, your spirit, it won't allow it. All you have to do is hear it. You don't even have to understand it. The truth will set you free. Once you know the rules, once you know what's going on, that's all there is. Because you're the warden, you're the inmate, you're the guard, you're all of that of this prison. And you just have to be subconsciously shaken awake. That's it. The subconscious. That's why they practice and try so hard on the subconscious, where they put their mind control tactics in, right? Putting people on psychotropic drugs. That way they're more suggestible in kind of a lower subconscious-like state. Through the hypnotism of the mind control box you call the tell, lie, visions, right? That way they can use those patterns, those symbolisms to just bathe the person in that energetic frequency. Remember, a symbol is a representation of an energetic frequency. That's all it is. They should call this world frequency wars, because that's what we're playing here. And the higher the frequency, the stronger it is, and the more it can vibrate out and just clear out room for anything new to be created and new to be made. So they're constantly trying to stuff you down, weigh you down with this distorted, dark energy of division. It's of division. It's like a decay to this world. That's what negativity is, and that's what we have to overcome in order to, really be able to free ourselves of the hooks of the system. The world is set up in a certain way. That way, and now it's trying to physically depend you, because you have to take care of the physical vessel too, right? Or obviously you can't live in this world, a physical world. So right now you see what they're doing. Walmart gets involved with the Colorado River and fresh water. Whoops, all of a sudden they're diverting that fucking river away from the people now and using the water against people, holding it hostage. Do you see what they do with the life cycle here? Oh, a carbon tax, because your car is putting off all these emissions that are destroying the planet. No. It's not us engineering these things through advanced directed energy technology. No, in programs like HARP. No, it's nothing like that. We're not doing it. You're doing it with your car that we gave you, right? That's what's happening. And because of that, we can own the carbon cycle, which is the air you breathe. You know, and so on and so forth. Down to you when you're born, your bondage number of Social Security, right? Getting your footprint and poking you, and all of the different treaties and allegiances and pledges you make throughout the entirety of your existence. It's all trying to keep you locked into a system. A system that's designed for you to lose. Designed for you to lose. Designed for your failure. It's a setup. That's why Christ in the Bible and everything, right, is telling you, come out of her lest you share in her destruction, because there's no way to win inside of it. That's the test. That's the test. It's crazy. Pride goeth before destruction. Why? Because it's a pride of life. What we consider life. That's the death of the soul. The death of spirit. By clinging to that. It's a limited slice of understanding of what life is when we inhabit this world and we walk around it and we live day-to-day life. It's a thin slice of the spectrum of what life truly is. And we're being challenged to let it go and open ourselves up to experience something bigger and something greater. We can do that. We are doing that. Satellites in space captured the action even before the eruption started, showing the island sinking, and then later the mushroom cloud and pressure waves expanding outward. Approximately 200,000 lightning events struck near Tonga in the first hour of the eruption. Why do they strike near Tonga? Those lightning events, those were plasmatic discharges. This is a battery getting charged. This very well could also be like the thunderbolts of Zeus, right? We could have been experiencing that as well. It's that close, guys, I'm trying to tell you. Volcanic lightning went insane on yesterday's Tonga eruption. Blast shockwave heard more than 6,000 miles away in Alaska. This thing was heard around the world. Let me make sure you guys got sound so you can hear this too. And please try to keep it on task tonight if you're watching at home. And make sure to comment plenty in the chat. I'm going to be checking that and reading comments. So let's take a look here, man. Let's take a look at this blast here. Look at this. Wow. Let me make sure you guys got a good view on this. Wow, dude. This is fucking amazing. I've got 1 million angles on this, by the way. Look at that. 1 minute CG lightning plot of Tonga. So this is a 1 minute computer generated image of it. Sped up from the Tonga eruption. That is absolutely phenomenal. Look at that blast, guys. It almost, you know what it looks like kind of too, just in a weird way? In the middle, this type of image, like an eye or something. Very strange, guys. Very weird stuff going on with this, man. This is huge. People as far as Australia and across the ocean in Alaska and Canada heard the sonic boom. Let's see if we can check all of that out. Oh! Woo! Holy shit! He said, "Holy shit!" Let's get some subtitles for that one. Fuck! Alu! Fuck! Wow. Damn, son. Here we go. Check all of that out. Oh, fuck! Holy shit! Fuck! Alu! Alu! Damn, son. One more time for the folks at home.
Oh, fuck! Holy shit!
Money. Satu. Ya pula money.
Fuck! Alu! Alu!
What do you guys think, man? Crazy as shit, right? I've got way more too. Now, barometers around the world recorded the pressure wave from the South Pacific explosion below from Switzerland. Oh shit. The pressure wave generated by the volcanic eruption in Tonga just went over Europe. A barometer in Switzerland measured 2.5 HPA amplitude. These facts are reminders that we all share the same atmosphere around the globe. And let's see if we can get some action here on this massive shockwave deal. Pull this up, or try to pull this up. Over here on Twitter, the massive shockwave of the Hunga Tonga volcano eruption today, January 15th, blasted around the world with 1,100 kilometers an hour and was crossing Europe 15 hours later. Numerous weather stations are recording astonishing 2 to 3 mbar pressure changes during the passage of several waves. You guys want to know what I think happened? I think an asteroid or something possibly could have hit here, guys, in the ocean. I'm just keeping it real with you. If we look at the way that I think that this was like a type of exercise to prepare for an impact. Guys, this is how the impact is going to be. I just want to let you know that. It's going to hit out in the Atlantic Ocean. And when it does, this is what's going to happen. The blast wave is going to evaporate the water. It's going to be so hot and it's going to be moving like this. Right? You see how they're talking about this massive shock wave blasted around the world with 1,100 kilometers an hour. Well, think about it. Most of these celestial bodies are moving at like 44 kilometers a second. So when they hit, they are a fucking, huge hit. And the fact that they said it collapsed too, underwater, right? After, like a crater, after this mushroom explodes. Shockwaves sent around the world. Sonic booms heard around the world. The shock and the shaking felt around the world. Something huge happened here, guys, and I'm telling you, I think it's probably something from space actually hit. This is what we're expecting, right? And now here, let me show you Discovery, too, on top of it. I told you, I'm about to fuck you up tonight, guys. And we're going to get all up in this because this is huge. This is important. Very important. Let's see if we can pull this up here. And I'm going to show you, man, just how all this is lining up. Where is it at here? Yeah, the James Webb Telescope, they're now telling you, remember, they said it was for sure going to get slapped. Well, now it's discovered like a black hole. Hold on. I've got all kinds of cool shit here. We're about to get into some shit. Remember, I also told you the FBI, or not the FBI, the intelligence agencies and the military possibly with a coup d'etat over our government. Well, now, all of a sudden, the PSYOPs are being poured out, pointing fingers at the intelligence agencies. I'm just, there's a lot of shit, guys, about to pop off that I don't think nobody even really knows. Strange and hidden Jupiter-sized exoplanet spotted by astronomers and citizen scientists. If orbital calculations are right, they'll see the planet again in February. February, the second month of the year, the 13th day, the original Passover for the Jewish people. Just saying. Putting it out there. Remember? Now, I know that 2024 is like the expected projected date of all hell breaking loose on planet Earth. But guys, remember the statements by Gates and how the Omicron variant will become like the flu, by the summertime or the fall of mid-June 2022. That's been a date they've been shooting for the whole, endemic stuff to really take place. Why? Because they already have accomplished their goal. I told you they'll stop at 90%. When they get 90% of the folks, and they've got that basically everywhere. So now it's time to implement it into law. Now it's time to bring in, church camp, Now it's time to bring all of those things in because, we're at that point, and that's why they call it the Omega Wave. Omicron, micro, Omega. A group of astronomers and citizen scientists has uncovered a hidden planet the size of Jupiter in a distant solar system, and they should get the chance to see it again soon. The planet, designated TOI 2180b, is relatively close to us here on Earth, at only 379 light years away. But what makes this world special among the sample of known giant exoplanets is that it takes a whopping 261 days to orbit its host star, much longer than most gas giants discovered outside of our solar neighborhood. The team spotted the world using data gathered by NASA's Transiting Exoplanet Survey Satellite, or TESS. TESS spots exoplanets by finding very small and repeatable dips in a star's brightness, or that are caused by planets blocking a little bit of the star's light as it transits or passes between the spacecraft and the star. While TOI 2180b's orbital period is not quite confirmed, scientists predict TESS will see the planet again in February. It's not quite confirmed, their orbital period for 2180 here. I wonder why. Transit events are the last avenue to discovering cooler exoplanets, said study lead author Paul Dalba, a postdoctoral researcher at the University of California, Riverside, during a news conference discussing the discovery of the American Astronomical Society's 239th meeting on January. I wonder what the gematria on 239 would be, guys. That's what I wonder. Wonder what that would be. Sun stays active with powerful flares directly facing Earth. M1 class flare on November 2nd. We've got some geomagnetic activity that's heading our way now as well. We'll get into that in just a second. I'm telling you, it's everything right now. Everything. Dalby described it as cool not only because how unique the exoplanet is, but also its lower temperature caused by longer period of orbit around its parent star, right? It's got the elongated orbit. The presentation available in the video below.
In Santa Cruz. And today we're going to be switching over to...
Here we go. This is the Intriguing Stars and Citizens Discovery press conference. Let's take a look at this little mini press conference.
Let me remind you what happened that caused such great furor in the press.
The interior of these stars changes. So it's one of the interesting things now that we're looking to investigate now that we have these relationships really firmed up. A few years ago, this was behaving like a straight line.
Planets reliably. The rule of thumb here is that we look for at least 3 repeating transits. And in this light curve data set I'm showing here, it's just an example of an exoplanet that transited every...
Here we go. This is...
For many giant exoplanets that satisfy 1 or 2 of these.
TO1 2080b, temperate Jovian. Jovian. Why do we know what Jovian means? What's Jovian, chat? Does anybody know what Jovian means? Joe Gibbon? Who is that? That's Jupiter, right? That's what the Jovian shit is. 14.5, wow, CME is we really have to be concerned with. Yeah, we're going to get into the coronal mass ejection right now. Hold on. But I just wanted to show you this. They're showing you 2.8 times as massive as Jupiter, 170 degrees Fahrenheit temperature, longest orbit for a test planet so far. Bright host star, only 379 light years away, and 2180b transit its star from our point of view, so it crosses over from our point of view. Long orbit, 261 days is 1 year. I'm just telling you, pretty crazy. And the model suggests that B is composed over 100 Earth masses of material. Very crazy. Very crazy. Now let's take a look here. Let's get into some other stuff. We've got far more than that going on too. Like this. This is what makes the Tonga volcano that much crazier. Large asteroid stronger than nuke, heading towards Earth late January. See the wording they're using? stronger than a nuke. Do you see that wording? I'm trying to tell you, they're putting this into your mind. This is what you call, what is it called? Subliminal messaging. Okay? What we're seeing here is subliminal messaging. They're putting the nuclear bombs, the mentality of thermonuclear war, the mushroom cloud images. They're putting that in your mind right now. They're planting it in your subconscious through the wording that they use, through their gematria spells, through the headlines of news articles. Remember, news, north, east, west, south, the four angles or four horsemen, right? These are the 4 90-degree angles that make up the tetragrammaton, or the Holy One, which is the name of God. This is powerful magic that's being used on the masses. That's why it says they hated the truth, so I sent them a strong delusion, causing them to believe the lie. Right? The strong delusion is the witchcraft. That's the illusion. Right? The word craft. And we talk about this quite a bit on this channel. You know, the words and how powerful they are. 2017 XC62 is estimated to be as much as 190 meters long, similar to the Tunguska asteroid. I feel like we've talked a lot about the Tunguska event on this channel and how similar that time period was. Why? Because we're going through it again. Do you see what I'm trying to show you now? Like it's all nothing new under the sun. Just repeats itself over and over and over. Except this time is the final cycle. Now, meaning it would be far more powerful than a nuclear bomb. Fortunately, an impact is unlikely. Yeah, but something happened at Tonga they're not telling us. A large asteroid comparable in size with the Washington Monument is heading in Earth's direction in late January, according to NASA's asteroid tracker, which, while it is unlikely to hit, an impact with an asteroid of this size would be far worse than nuclear bombs. Known as 2017 XC62, it is estimated to be between 84 meters and 190 meters in size and is set to fly past the Earth on January 24th at a speed of around 4.31 kilometers per second. Whew. I wonder what that's comparable to. However, it is unlikely to actually impact, as it is set to fly over 7 million kilometers away from Earth's surface. For comparison, it's about 18 times as much as the distance between the Earth and the Moon, which is around 384,000 kilometers. Tell me that the Apollo-class asteroids, which remember, these Apollo-class asteroids mean that they cross the Earth's path. Okay? That's what Apollo-class asteroids. Apollyon, Abaddon, the king of the bottomless pit, the destroyer. Right? These asteroids are getting bigger and bigger. They've been, we had 3,400 feet wide, one of them, the last one. Now we have this one here, huge, between 84 and 190 meters. They're getting fucking large, and they're getting close. This is fortunate, as the asteroid's maximum estimated size is a whopping 190 meters in diameter. And if you look at hypothetical impact scenario PDC 2021, and look right there in the article, Zeus with his thunderbolts. How weird is that? We're just talking about this. Did we just get hit by the thunderbolt of Zeus? Synchronicities, man. The last time a large asteroid struck the planet was in 2013 in Russia, when a 17-meter asteroid exploded in the atmosphere. And as the last impact from the asteroid that big was 1908 above the Podkamenia Tunguska River in Russia. It is what is now known as the Tunguska event. And remember, Tunguska event, Northern Taurids, Comet Inky, what was in the Nostradamus prophecy, right? Where Venus is occulted by the sun and Mercury's light reveals an occult figure. Right? We showed that celestial alignment that took place on the same exact day as the passing of the celestial body Apophis, which is in the story of the Revelations 12 prophecy in the Bible as the next sign, the enormous red dragon. 99942. And now we find ourselves going deeper and deeper down the story. And remember, it is a story. It's unfolding in this story. Like a large millstone thrown into the sea, with that same force, Babylon will be thrown down. What you see in the ocean with this Tonga volcano is preemptive, predictive, a precursor to something much, much larger that is getting ready to take place. Probably in 2022. The asteroid is believed to have been around the same size as 2017 KC62, if not smaller. Now, why the asteroid exploded in the air several kilometers above the area, it produced a massive 12 megaton explosion, causing widespread destruction for thousands of kilometers. Do you see the similarity to the underwater one in this? That would make it about 800 times more powerful than Little Boy, right? And over 800 miles per hour winds. The approximately 15 kiloton atomic bomb detonated during World War II over Hiroshima, and 600 times more than Fat Man for 20 kiloton, then detonated over Nagasaki 3 days later. The death toll from the Tunguska event was extremely low. However, with only around 3 people thought to have been killed in it due to how remote and sparsely populated the region was, but the damage was still evident, with about 80 million trees completely flattened by the winds of around 27 kilometers per second. Tremors and airwaves were even felt as far away as Washington and Indonesia. Dude, they're saying nobody fucking died in it because there's no proof nobody existed wherever it hit. Do you understand? They're saying like, yo, only 2 people died. You wouldn't know if 20 million people died. They would just vaporize from something like this. You feel me? So I guarantee more people than 2 died from this event. You can guarantee it. I don't think people get how close we are. We're stuck in a time loop. You're damn right. And that's why it's important for us to learn the lessons surrounding our world. That way we don't repeat them again. We don't have to repeat this again. We don't have to. We can do something different this time. We can choose light this time. We can make the right choice this time. Atlantis is real? Hell yeah, Atlantis is real. I don't think we have much longer left. Probably not. We're stuck in a time loop. They're depopulating via V because they don't want to lose control after the cataclysms. Damn straight. They're taking that seal of God out of you because they won't be able to control you after you change. That's the truth. That's the truth. That's what it boils down to. That's why the rush on the agenda on what you see going around right now. Humanity is about to peak and turn into something so fucking badass it's not funny. And they don't want to see it. They lose control of the situation if it takes place. So they're bringing in this Eternian death cult, right? Blocking out the sun and doing all of these things. And there's a good and a bad side to it too. Some of this is necessary. It's protecting us from these negative ions that are pounding down on the planet day in and day out, and all of this radiation that's coming off of these extra stars. These are preventative measures against something that's taking place. And maybe if they didn't do it the way they're doing it, we'd all already be dead and incinerated by the power of whatever is out there, right? Who knows? Maybe, the powers that be truly are, trying to do something to help. It says, I don't want to come back here once I'm gone. Looking forward to it. Me either. Wide awake now. Yeah, well. What's up, man? Like the show? 513 proud. Hell yeah, me too. 513 proud for show. It says a few eyewitnesses' accounts that do exist recounted the terrifying explosions, strong winds, and tremors. The sky split in two and fire appeared, high and wide over the forest, and recounted a man who was about 65 kilometers south of the explosion. The split in the sky grew larger, and the entire northern side was covered with fire, he said. At that moment, I became so hot that I could bear it, as if my shirt was on fire. From the northern side where the fire was came strong heat. I wanted to tear off my shirt and throw it down, but then the sky shut closed, and a strong thump sounded, and I was thrown a few meters. I lost my senses for a moment, but then my wife ran out and led me to the house. After such noise came, is as if rocks were falling or cannons were firing. The earth shook, and when I was on the ground, I pressed my head down, fearing rocks would smash it, he said. When the sky opened up, hot wind raced between the houses like from cannons, which left traces in the grounds like pathways, and it damaged some crops. Later we saw that many windows were shattered, and in the barn a part of the iron lock snapped. Whoo, boy. Damn. The Tunguska event is the largest in recorded history, though larger prehistoric ones happened, and is one of the largest explosions ever recorded, far more powerful than many nuclear bombs. Dude, they're telling you what it was like. Do you not hear this? He's talking about the fucking firmament opening up. That's what he felt. The sky opening up from this event. The firmament, the dome opening up. This intense, insane event. And look, just from the thumbnail, the Tunguska event is the largest in recorded history, though larger prehistoric ones have happened, and is one of the largest explosions ever recorded, far more powerful than many nuclear bombs. According to the research from the Davidson Institute of Science, the educational arm of Israel's Weizmann Institute of Science, an asteroid over 140 meters in diameter would release an amount of energy of at least 1,000 times greater than the energy released by the first atomic bomb if it impacted Earth. Something even larger, over 300 meters wide, would, like the asteroid Apophis. What? Like the asteroid Apophis. There it is again. Well, shit. Let's see here. Could destroy an entire continent, and an asteroid over a kilometer in width could trigger a worldwide cataclysm. So think about that, though. Look, thousands of times greater than the energy released by the first atomic bomb if it impacted Earth. Something even larger, over 300 meters wide, like the asteroid Apophis. Why in the fuck they choose to use the asteroid Apophis now is crazy. And then look at what's happened. You hear the story of the Tunguska event, and they're comparing it to the Tunguska event, and like the guy saying, like, when the sky opened up, I felt a heat and a wind I'd never felt in my life. It burned me so bad I wanted to take it was burning my shirt off of my body. He's talking about the firmament opening up. And the Tunguska event was the Northern Taurids, in the same group of celestial bodies I've been telling you about for how many years now. And every time it comes, destruction comes. Now they're comparing this. And then we have Tonga, which literally, this eruption in the ocean. And what's crazy about it, you guys heard the videos of the sonic booms. That was, it looks like something hit in the ocean and then collapsed and left a crater. Let's take a look at some shit here. This is crazy. This was the power flash we caught moments ago on our tower, looking into the intersection. Here, let's see the rest of this. And this is Broadway extension on Britain Road. Flash of power, surges of power. Look at all this weird shit happening right now. Look at the surges right here. Look at that big surge. Such crazy shit here. I'm not even close to done showing you. Where's it at here? Wormwood cruising along. I'll show you that too. You can see its twin wings just coming. Look at the beach. All the water's gone. All the water's gone from the beach. Every last bit. Look for miles out. Something's pulling on that. See, the tides aren't done by the moon. It's electromagnetism. So something, you know, we already know that science is telling us that the spin is slowing, the axis and the tilt is changing. A hole over the poles in the Arctic. People aren't ready for this. They have no clue. Look at this tornado here. And I wish I could translate this motherfucker, but right here, these are the tornadoes that have been taking place. New tornado outbreaks, just like what we had in Kentucky. I believe this is Florida. Look at that light, guys. Do you see that light? See if I can give you a sound. Go back here.
Shit.
Look at that light. Look how huge this is.
Holy shit.
Yeah, are these, you know, are these weather wars, or are these a result of an, you know, inordinate amount of energy being put into the atmosphere, creating the cyclonic action? Look here, you can see here, this is crazy. Check this out. We're gonna go, let me go a little further up the video here. Right here. Let me give you some sound.
American Samoa after an earthquake in Tonga. Residents there were told to evacuate immediately and get to higher ground.
I want to make it clear that there is no threat to the Hawaiian Islands, nothing in terms of us needing.
And look, there's no threat to the Hawaiian Islands. Why are they making sure to tell you that? Remember on the Hawaiian Islands, I showed you how the families of the military were being evacuated? And now this happens over towards the island. So this is them. I told you they were preparing for it.
Need to worry about this, but it was a strong earthquake for the region. I want to go to Justin Cruz now for the latest on this developing story. Justin?
Yeah, you know what? A volcanic eruption occurred near Tonga, and that's what triggered this tsunami warning. Again, it is very focused over Samoa, both American and Western Samoa. These are some of the earthquakes in the area, and the tsunami that was generated by a nearby volcano that had a magnitude of 7.6. So it is on the smaller side.
Magnitude of 7.6
of earthquake generating tsunamis, but it did generate one close enough to the epicenter to bring damaging waves.
Remember, Pacific, Caribex, and Lantex 2021 that took place in March of 2021. These worldwide exercises of huge tidal waves and tsunamis being generated from where? From the oceans and on the highly active seismic zones where the faults are. And then what do we see here with Tonga? It's like they do it right in front of you.
To Samoa. We're talking about waves in some areas as high as 2 feet. For instance, areas such as Pago Pago could see a maximum tsunami height of 2 feet. Also, one of the dart buoys that are in the area.
Yeah, the dart buoys, and that's another thing. See, this is something you should go check out whenever you see shit like this take place. Go look at the buoys and what they're registering, because they'll give you the true change in the depth of the water from the ocean floor. They'll let you know, they'll tell you, oh, there's a 2-foot tsunami coming, but a lot of times you'll see the buoys and there might be a 50-foot drop right in depth at the bottom of the ocean, which will let you know that at some point that is going to ripple out. Specifically just for monitoring these tsunamis, picked up a half-a-foot tsunami, and a other area, Nuku Alofa,
has a 2.7-foot tsunami potential there. So those are pretty big numbers when it comes to tsunami heights. Again, focused on Samoa. I want to show you a satellite image.
Here's the satellite
Keep your
image
eyes
of it.
in this area right
Watch
here.
this
is all weather. This is thunderstorms. You're going to see a big, huge, right there.
Yeah,
that
look at
cloud.
that.
That is not a normal weather cloud. I can't tell you if that is ash from an explosion.
Boom. He said that is not a normal weather cloud. I can't tell you if that is ash from an explosion.
See a
Let's try to
big,
catch it.
huge.
There it goes, right there. Look at that motherfucker. It looks like a giant island. That's the cloud. And look at the difference of the opacity of it as opposed to the clouds up here. Right? This is like, it's opaque. You can't even see through it. And then this is all wispy over the top. Wow. I wonder if this was done by something artificial. And then think about the tornado outbreaks in Florida right now.
Right there, that cloud. That is not a normal weather cloud. I can't tell you if that is ash from an explosion of a volcano. For sure, I could tell you that that's not a hurricane. I could tell you that's not really a thunderstorm. They're just not.
The meteorologist is saying, I can't tell you if that is ash from an explosion. He said, I can tell you that that's not a hurricane. I can tell you that it's not this, right? He's like, I can tell you all the things it's not from his professional standpoint. That's great. Here it is from space, guys. This is from space. Check this fucking out. Look at this. Oh my God, I've never seen nothing like it in my life. Look at that. Wow. That's from space. Do you see what I'm saying? Like there's a little hole in the top where another mini mushroom cloud is, like something punched down through and hit the Earth. I think this was probably an asteroid. There's really big ass asteroids right now that are fucking 300 meters, a mile wide. And they're really close, and they're passing, and they're saying, oh yeah, that trans-Neptunian object, that Jupiter-like planet that we just found, yeah, that one, by amateur astronomers, meaning, you know, anytime they say that, it just means that someone with a fucking telescope found some shit, and now they gotta own up to it, you know? And then this happens, and big fucking lightning bolts. Sound barriers just booming all across the world. 850 mile per hour winds coming off of that. And people want to tell me that's just an underground volcano exploding. I don't fucking think so. Sorry, guys. And what's crazy about it is it might not even be natural. It might be HARP and a giant concentrated focused energy to create it and trigger all the events. Like that would be the most fucked up possibility, obviously. But you guys know how seismic activity works. Remember, like we've done videos, cosmic cycles, where we talk about the energy coming off the sun, right? And it comes into, and look, and check this out. Speaking of the energy coming off the sun, here, I'll show you. CME alert. The CME might be headed towards Earth. It was hurled into space January 14th. C4 class explosion on the magnetic canopy of the southern sunspot AR2925. And we should look up that and the Strong's AR2925. Given the CME southern trajectory, if anybody wants to do that in the chat for me, that'd be great. AR2925. Look up the Strong's Concordance, meaning the lexicon. CME southern trajectory. Much of it will miss Earth. Nonetheless, says NOAA forecasters a glancing blow is possible late January 16th, midday January 17th, and the aurora alerts because of the heated gases and the ionosphere, so Steve will be catching those. The volcanic shockwave ripples across North America. If you have a backyard weather station, you may have detected this weekend's volcanic eruption near Tonga. The undersea blast, hurled a plume of sulfurous ash, so it was sulfuric, it was sulfur. Remember, that comet planet, iron oxide and sulfur, it's fucking hell. Ash all the way to the stratosphere. Satellite images show how an atmospheric shockwave expanding on all sides of the plume. And I believe that's what I just showed you was the satellite imagery of this shockwave. Yeah, right here. Here it is. Look at that. That's real-time image gallery. Shockwave by near Tonga eruption captured on Himawari satellite. Look at this motherfucker. Boom. Boom. That can't be real. Like, seriously, that can't be real. That don't even look real. That looks fake. Looks like somebody... Wow. I've never seen nothing like this in my life, guys. And here is the power outages right now. See down on the Atlantic. And at the top of Florida here. Right now, just 10 to 50,000 without power. This is going to increase because the weather's coming in on a crazy, crazy way. All the way across the world. Especially North America. Here we go, tsunami waves, and this is showing you too. Incredible speed of the shock wave. Check this out. Incredible speed of the shock wave. The pressure from the Hunga Pai eruption arrived from Anchorage at 3:30 a.m. Alaska time. This is exactly 7 hours after the eruption. The volcano is 5,820 miles away. That means that it traveled at 830 miles per hour, the shockwave, to get there. And you see the chart right here, guys. There's the peak. That's a huge-ass peak. Wow. Check this out, too. Near Lincoln City, Oregon. Remember, I was showing you that there were swarms happening off the coast of where? Oregon, right? Tsunami waves arriving this morning. Stay off the beaches. The first wave typically isn't the most dangerous. That's right. Let's take a look at the tsunamis in Oregon.
Oh, yeah, let's go really quick!
There you go. That's the strikeouts. Remember, strikeouts taking place off of the Oregon coast. I wonder how lower class citizens holding up. He lives in Oregon.
Told y'all! Let's go really quick!
Look at that. Remember like 2 years ago, I was showing you guys how we could see like the motion of Oregon, like the water rocking. And now you have entire like tsunamis rippling in. It's so crazy to watch the changes. Tsunami time-lapse taken by, and my contacts are dry, by Ventura Isle Marina, Safe Harbor Marina from approximately 8 a.m. till 10 a.m. Let's take a look. This is Los Angeles, Ventura, California. This is time-lapse. Let's see what we see. See if we can see a change here. Not yet. You can't really see nothing yet. At least I can't. Maybe don't have the good eyes for it. You can see the water level rising. Yeah, the water level rising pretty significantly, but that's it. Nothing crazy there. Not that I see. And yeah, see, 4.5 feet water level rise. Here's the Monterey, California tidal gauge clearly showing 2+ Tsunami pulse from the Hunga High volcanic eruption in Tonga. Red line is observed in the water level. Blue is a predicted tide. Subtracting the two gives us tsunami depth and height. So cool. There is the blue. There's, wow. So it was a 2-foot tsunami around the world, basically. Fascinating depiction of the pressure wave associated with the Tonga eruption. It moved across the U.S. today. 15-minute pressure altimeter change via ACES. And this is 5-minute interval data showing the shock wave from the Tonga eruption. So this is at 5-minute intervals, and this is a 15-minute pressure altimeter. Let's see what happens. This is the pressure changes over a 15-minute period and 5-minute intervals. Oh, look at the wave go across North America. Watch, guys. Here, let me start it at the beginning. You can watch it come from the west coast, and it's going to wave across out towards the northeast. One more time, watch. Right there, coming up California. Wow, look at that. Now watch it end here. See it bunched up? All that energy, that shows you the seismic waves and how seismic energy travels through our continent, right? It's going around the North American craton one more time so you can get an idea. Watch when it comes on the west coast, right here. Look at the wave. Wow. It's just that wave of energy traveling. Look, and in the northeast right there. That's amazing. That's amazing. And see, we have like great technology, and we've looked at like fucking 15 different ways of this thing to show you how real it is. Using a difference overlay, I can accentuate that shockwave if it traverses the entire globe. The antipode of Tonga is over northern Africa. Let's take a look. This is a difference overlay. It says, wow. Look at the shock. What? Look at that, guys. Wow. Okay. He makes the shockwave far more detailed. Watch this. Look at the shock. Boom. It looks like an impact. So big. Look at this. Look at that. Oh my God. Something hit the earth. Something hit the earth. And this one, look. I want you to look bottom left corner. I hope you can see. Let me make sure. Fuck. Let me get a charger here so I can see. If you guys can see what I can see. Because you can see the impact hit bottom left corner. And you see it. It's an impact. Something hit the earth. Now there's no doubt. This shows it. And this accentuates the shockwave right here. This particular overlay. Watch. Bottom left. It hits and you see something... like an exit, from the mushroom cloud of whatever hit, and then you see the ripples go across the entire globe. Something hit from beneath the planet. Watch, there it is. Wow, something hit. There's no doubt about it now. That shows it. Right there. That's your smoking gun. Whoa. That was big. Whatever hit was big. That's some fucking in-game scenario shit right there. We dodged a bullet, it looks like. Yeah. Everybody wants to see destruction. Well, let's see what the chat has to say. Dang. Yeah, dang's right, dude. Let me move the chat over towards this one. John, you had an ad over your... Ed, it was a photo of Jimmy Carter with a black eye. What? The ad was over my head? We've had weird... You know what? Jimmy Carter, too, which is weird about Jimmy Carter. He pointed out the UFO thing and tried to get him to release the UFO papers. And a lot of people say that Jimmy Carter was assassinated. So Jimmy Carter with a black eye, that's the eye of Ra, right? When they've been marked by the beast. And he's now JFK... is old man Jimmy Carter. And there's been videos done on it showing like the ear stuff, their eyes, like the facial features, that your ears, everything is magnetism. So from the top of your head, your ears, your fingerprints, all of it, they're individually unique magnetic signatures on your body, just like a magnetic field to a planet. No two are the same. We're all represented by our magnetic signature. That's very strange because we see earlier in the ad, Zeus with the thunderbolts. And I was talking about the thunderbolts. Yeah, so to see Jimmy Carter with a black eye, that's kind of creepy, actually. Someone trying to reveal the truth and then getting knocked off by the beast and replaced. Maybe my clone is waiting right now. What if the antipode of CERN is? I would like to know that too. Probably the rods of God, no doubt. That's what I'm thinking. Like, and look, there was just talk about the rods of God also. So, if you think about it, we was just reading an article talking about the rods of God just a week or two ago. John, you're in the way. Well, of course I'm in the way now, asshole. Here, hold on. Let me switch this one. Here, I'm going to play it one more time. I'll play it from here so you can see. I know you can see it like this. For sure. Because I can see my screen. And I can see what you can see. Yeah, I'm not covering it up. Look at that. Right there. Fucking crazy. One more time. Let's go down. Now, our amazing Earth. Today's eruption of Hunga Tonga Hunga Haipai. I have no idea what I'm saying here. And I have Hawaiian cousins too. They're probably laughing at me. Volcano from space. What's up, Maka? What's up, Leilani? Shockwave through our atmosphere amazes me. Let's take a look. Look. Damn, dude. You can even see it on this one. And this one I might be in the way. This is the up close. Let me try to make my camera smaller. Alright, here we go. Let me make my camera smaller so you guys can see this. There we go. Boom. I hope you can see that. If not, I'll pull it out where the red circle is. See the shadow? Is that the moon going across the earth? There's a shadow, giant shadow, or is that the satellite as it's passing and filming it, allegedly. I've spent the last 5 minutes just staring at the gravity waves that the eruption created. The atmosphere is truly fluid. It's plasma. Here's a GIF or a GIF. Wow, that's fucking cool. Let's take a look at this. This is the gravity waves of the explosion. Whoa. That's really awesome. That's really awesome. Here, let's take a look at some more videos. I got some crazy shit. Look at this, guys. This is Oklahoma. Look at these fires. Evacuate our homes. It was so bad. Remember, I told you, I think Oklahoma is a giant caldera. One more time. Wow. You can hear him talking about how the fire is like pushing all the way through there. He's talking about all the way across. That's crazy. Wormwood is out there. Take a look at this. This is wild as fuck. If this could have anything to do with all the shit we're seeing. Just saying. just pouring off of this thing. Let me give you the link to this video. And if this belongs to RE55, go check out RE55's YouTube channel. I'm not sure, but I know Steve Wiggins sometimes gets his footage from RE. Everybody go check out RE55 anyways, just because RE was cool enough to take off the copyright strike. So, who keeps suspending or blocking you? Third eye in the sky, but you must have a magnet, target, and flag on your back. Yeah, well, you know what? I seen Gabby, which is like, she's an admin on our Discord, and she's in charge of our Facebook group, the public one. I seen her account was like, she was posting something. It seems like it's every one of us get the account suspensions. What is that? That's supposed to be wormwood, I guess, but it looks like a burning fucking rock with two tails coming off of it. Check this out. Let's get into some other shit too, while I have your attention. Because there's some crazy stuff. China is risking a big hit to the economy and supply chains with zero Omicron approach. China, the world's #2 economy. They buy all the shit, or they produce all the shit we consume here. And we're going to war with them. People need to understand what that actually means. Remember, the third horse when it rides out, right? It says, let me see if I can just pull this up. I don't want to lose your attention. I pull up the Bible, you motherfuckers will vamp on me, so. But this is the third seal, right? This is what's happening. Let me pull it up real fast. This is what's happening. And this is right before the sealing of the 144,000. The Lamb opened the third seal, and I heard a third living creature saying, "Come." And I looked, and here came a black horse. The one who rode it had a balance scale in his hand. That balance scale means a coupling. It's like shackles. Shackles. It means to servitude. Yoking into servitude. Connecting to the scales through law or obligation. Mandates. Those are laws and obligations. You must wear a mask. Lockdowns. Those are laws and obligations. What's it say? What's it say here? Then I heard something like a voice from among the four living creatures saying, "A quart of wheat will cost a day's pay, and 3 quarts of barley will cost a day's pay. But do not damage the olive oil and the wine." Why can't you damage the olive oil and the wine? Because it's the harvest. It's the harvest. They don't want to damage the harvest yet. That's you. That's hyperinflation. That's a day's work being the price of one meal.
2 months before the start of the Winter Olympic Games, a new COVID variant is surfacing globally. But Beijing is hoping its strict COVID defenses will keep Omicron away. It won't be easy.
I do think it is cause for concern. This is the last thing that organizers would want. This is just not the big question mark that anyone would want at this moment.
While the new variant has not yet been reported within mainland China, there are several confirmed cases in neighboring Hong Kong. A foreign ministry spokesperson saying that the Omicron variant will pose some challenges, but they're confident.
In Hong Kong, and remember, Israeli News said they're going to go into Hong Kong. Check this out.
About doing a video on Russia. Okay, let me kind of give you guys some update on what's going on with Russia. That is a very serious situation as far as Russia. Russia and Iran are forging a very, very close relationship right now. It's going much faster than anticipated. I know sometimes people will say, they'll ask us, or ask me, especially one sister, a good friend of mine out in Georgia, she'll ask me, "Brother Steve, do you think that the timeline of the wars are being moved up?" And as a general rule, I always say no. pretty much everything is looking 2024. But the situation with Russia is really, really, really getting into a bad area when it comes to the United States. Biden is the main culprit behind that. You know, him with this dementia makes him really say some crazy things, some off-the-wall statements, and it has totally destroyed the relationship that we have with Russia. As a result, Putin is preparing for war, and that war is going to end up on our doorsteps. China already is planning on invading us because they want to take over our natural resources here, and that is pretty much earmarked for late 2024. But I kind of don't hold my breath on that at this point, because it also, China was supposed to take Taiwan down right between Christmas and New Year's, and that has not happened as of yet. Now, like I said, when you're dealing with wars, things are fluid, so things change. And I should have, I was actually in a meeting early this morning, and I wished I would have asked about that, but we were into so many other areas that did slip my mind to find out what's...
I mean, you can hear it's crazy shit.
Now, I wasn't going to do another video tonight. I really wasn't. Just for giggles, I decided to come and take a look here. Again, on stereo head chronograph tube, but watch this. Now, we see this one coming off, right?
Look at that, dude.
Clearly large, round object. We can clearly see Nemesis, right?
Yep.
I mean, you guys can see it. You can see the plasma coming around it. And it just gets more and more clear as it goes out, right? Very clear to see. See the plasma hitting and going around it like smoke or a vapor around a ball, right? Or water, liquid, whatever. It's huge coming at us, right? But watch this. What the hell is this? Another one? And they jumped some time there.
Yep.
They jumped over half an hour there. They jumped 38. They jumped 45 minutes to that one. Look at this. Clearly, that is some form of a planetary object. There, I mean, you got your stream here hitting and going around it. So,
yeah, it's got a moon, right? They're two objects, Didymus dimorphus.
Carlos Muñoz Ferrada.
Carlos Muñoz Ferrada.
With MailChimp, you can guide customers along the path to purchase with our Customer Journey Builder.
I'm telling you, man. This shit's for real. This shit's for real. This isn't a joke. People, you know, they think we're playing with this shit. You know, you're seeing, like, it's getting real now. And I mean, look at all the rules, too. These tsunami advisories. Severe economic consequences if Russia invades Ukraine. They're going to. They're going to. And China's going to invade Taiwan. And we already know now that, you know, Russia is, you know, allied with Iran. And North Korea launching hypersonic missiles. It's all right there. It's all right there. Everything is there for the taking now. Look at this. U.S. Surgeon General warns next few weeks will be tough as Omicron spreads. That's not all, folks. Where's it at here? Salt Lake City Tribune editorial calls for National Guard to keep the unjabbed people in their homes. Say what? What in the fuck did you say? The editorial board wrote the government should deploy the National Guard to ensure that people without proof of vaccination would not be allowed, well, anywhere. Well, anywhere. Say what? And we're cool with this shit, right? We're cool with this shit. People need to wake up. Time to wake up. Texas hostages, now they're saying it's FBI agents and shit. Here comes your coup d'etat of the government, intelligence agencies, military agencies, all trying to put themselves in a position to be the ones with the nuclear football, to cost this country everything. That's the name of the game, is the fall of Babylon. I'm trying to tell you. The destruction, you're seeing it. The food, the fucking deployments of the National Guards, the rules, it's over. The country's been overthrown, and now they're bringing it down. They're bringing it down, and this is going to have a fucking huge effect on everyone across the world. Conquering and to conquer. Conquering and to conquer. Do people know what that means? You're going to find out if you don't. You're going to find out, and you're going to say, that fucking guy on YouTube, he knew what he was talking about. He knew what he was talking about. He tried to warn us. He tried to tell us. We didn't listen. We laughed. We scoffed. We mocked. Dozens of homes destroyed. Hundreds displaced after tornado hit Southwest Florida.
When choosing a lawyer, the choices seem unlimited. Here's
it's
what's
all right
important
there,
to know.
man.
The insurance company has unlimited money.
You know, same shit, different day. Like I was telling my girlfriend, I said, when I have a good day at the office, it's a bad day for everyone else usually. You know, when it's this easy. This easy. Shouldn't be this easy for me. I should be having to try to prove so hard that, you know, these things are happening. But I don't have to try anymore. It's all taking place right in front of your eyes. And people still choose to ignore. People still live selfish existences. People still live only for themselves. And until crisis hits their front fucking doorstep, they won't care. No amount of screaming, no amount of ranting and raving and showing anything will take care of some. Only the experience itself. This is the greatest lesson humanity will ever learn and ever has learned. And only the wise will learn it and come out on the other side of it. I want to thank all of you guys for joining me tonight. I appreciate all of you so very much. I do want to ask that all of you consider donating and supporting to the channel here. I didn't get a lot of videos done first part of the month. We need your support. So please consider helping me out. I would greatly appreciate it. Donate, support, give through the links in the description box. PayPal, Venmo, Patreon, Cash App, Facebook Messenger Pay. I have done a little bit of a move here, so it would greatly help me out if you guys could donate support. Thank you to those who will. Also, please hit that like button for me, the thumbs up in the chat. Share this link. That way new people can find us and it gets out there. I'm going to be hitting you with videos every day. See, I got the cool office now, so that's going to be what's up. And we're going to be showing just so much, man. John, you are leaving? The show is ending. I'm not leaving. The show is ending. I'm asking everybody to donate and support because I just kind of relocated here, so I need the help if you can. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Follow on all the different social medias, and make sure to comment on this video as soon as this ends. And if you're in the chat, hit that thumbs up, share that link, donate support. Thank you, Tiffany Twisted, Shelly Philippi, Lyra Belacqua, Elephant Tusk, Vicky Wallace, aka Armani, James Lowe Miller, Patty Statler. Yeah, man. It's hey, look, we're in good position right now. We're in a good place, guys. We're in a very good place. Crazy shit might be taking off and happening, but we're safe. We are safe and sound, and we are in a good place. You understand? We're good to go. We know what's going on. We have our hearts filled with love. And let's make sure that we're giving and we're sowing and we're creating good and beautiful worlds around us, right? Happy worlds around us. We're creating the new heaven and the new earth right now, and we're doing it together. So we have to lift each other up, help each other out, and be good to each other right now. More now than ever. Don't let the story scare you out of being a good person. It's just a story. It's just a story. Your story ends how you want it to. Your story becomes what you want it to. So be abundance, it will become abundance. You want all the honor and the glory that you seek, you can have it. You have to just become it. That's it. Everything around you will project into what you are. You know, it'll reflect the inside. So sow good seeds. Be a good soul. Love every day like it's your last. Be selfless. Be giving. Be humble. Be wise. And I promise you'll walk right through the flames. No matter what's happening. Though 1,000 will fall at your side. 10,000 at your right hand. These evils will not touch you. You will only observe with your eyes. Thank you so much, guys. Remember, Jesus is the truth, way, and the life. God bless you all. I love you, and I will see you next time. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Please hit that thumbs up, that like, share this link, comment, and donate and support if you can. Thank you so much, guys. Y'all have a good week. Peace.
Hey. Whoa. Now I'm switching up my energy. My enemies feel like I got hundreds of them. No love for me. Y'all ain't in the streets. Y'all just in the street. Y'all sitting in the street. Y'all just in and preach. No deal, I like the breeze. I call up my lawyer like, never mind. They playing with all of these and this is money, but never mind. That could probably never rhyme and still be $1 million up. I only spend money on her if I know she the truth is to keep it a buck. You play with me once and you dumped. The shit that I say when I'm drunk. You know I'm ignorant. I'm at my house party acting belligerent, telling my guests that I don't usually drink it. Then turn around and I do it again. Act like a saint, who am I to pretend? Asking the Lord to forgive all my sins with my fingers crossed behind my back with a grand. I sin. I feel like the Bucks. I win. Again and again. Now they telling their friends. I don't know who my friends. They like to pretend.
Please leave your name and phone number after the beep.
Cause they couldn't see me going very far. Now I be overseas with the mob. I get paid when I pass a bar, but I got no love for the law. I can't remember when I had a job. Back when they wouldn't build, now they bob. I still got paper tags on my car. Now I got gophers f***ing up my lawn. That is annoying. I'm picking my poison. You crabs in a barrel, while my lobster is boiling. I'm trying to avoid them, but they keep on coming for me. DMX, what they wanting from me? BMX, I ain't stunting for free. On my mama deceased, so you know that it's true when I speak. Matador, I ain't running from beef. Mike Tyson asked for my hunger so deep. I replied, ain't no love in the streets. Also, there wasn't no love in my home, so only get love when it's coming from me. Preach. I sin. I feel like the Bucks. I win. Again and again. Now they telling their friends. I don't know who my friends. They like to pretend. Santa Monica Boulevard, I can't tell if they men.